So welcome back to another little vlog. We are going to be doing a little evening in my life tonight. I actually am ending off my workday at a coffee shop, which is sometimes usual, but sometimes not. Today definitely was one of those slower work days, and it's a Friday, so I'm not at the studio this evening, which is pretty nice. It means I get to have a little bit of a slower evening and actually just like relax and settle in. So I'm ending off my workday. It's about 4:30ish. I'll probably be here for another half an hour. I picked up a little London Fog, which is just an Earl Grey tea with steamed milk. Definitely my go-to for a late afternoon. It's not a ton of caffeine because I find that I'm someone that, like, if I get a coffee anytime after 2 p.m., your girl's gonna be wide awake all night. But with that being said, we're gonna kick off this little evening. I do need to head to the grocery store after I finish up my workday. I've been really wanting to make some sort of like pumpkin or banana bread loaf, and I realized I don't actually have a loaf pan at home, which is surprising seeing how much baking I actually do. So we're gonna run to the grocery store, grab a few things for that, pick up some things for dinner, and then also see if we can find a loaf pan so that I can do that. But that's what's up for this evening. I hope you guys enjoy the vlog, and let's just continue the evening. Let's do a quick little outfit of the day before I head to the grocery store. On a sidebar, the girls that were sitting beside me while I was trying to talk to the camera and do a little intro were giving me the biggest glares in the world. So your girl's just an anxious little bean, and I like kept stumbling over my words. So I'm not gonna refilm that intro, we're just gonna go with it. But I was getting some death glares and like the what the heck is she doing stares, like. I just got home from my little work afternoon out. A loaf pan was in fact secured. I did have to go to the dollar store because the grocery store for some reason did not have any. They only had the like disposable ones, which make no sense to buy to me because it's the same price for disposable ones as it is for a reusable one. So here we are. I got a reusable little loaf pan, and then I also picked up just a few little groceries for dinner. I really wanted to make like some sort of autumn harvest bowl, and I wanted to pick up kale, but it was really expensive. I guess it's kind of out of season. I wanted to do like a kale, sweet potato, Brussels sprout, warm chicken salad situation. So I did end up buying some pecans for that, as well as chocolate chips potentially for the loaf. I haven't decided if I want to do just pumpkin and banana and like cinnamon, or if I want to add in some chocolate chips. I also picked up this brown rice and bulgur blend for dinner tonight, and then a few other things. Butternut squashes were on sale, so I picked one up to make another butternut squash soup at some point within the next week or so. Just like cozy fall meals. And then I also picked up a turnip. Actually, I think I am going to add this into tonight's dinner and add turnip to the warm salad situation, and that's everything. So like really small pickup. There was just a few little things that I needed, and obviously the loaf pan. First things first, to kick off this evening, now that I'm home for the rest of the night, we are gonna set the vibes. I'm gonna light a whole bunch of candles. It's crazy to me how dark it already is getting. Like, it has been a gloomy day, kind of overcast, cloudy, not raining, but colder, and like definitely really fall weather, and it's only like 5:40, but it's already so dark. Like, the sun just goes down so early now, and we do have the time change, daylight savings, coming up soon, but it's that like in between season where we haven't hit daylight savings yet, and it's just already getting so dark, and I kind of hate it. But I'm gonna light some candles. I'm also gonna put on some comfy clothes. Like, I don't think PJs, because I'm not ready for PJs yet, and I also want to do an everything shower, so I kind of want a clean set of PJs after I do an everything shower. It is a hair wash day, like fully everything. I'm thinking maybe like just like comfier sweater. I'm wearing like a turtleneck and like a bunch of layers right now. So something that I can cook in, and I think I'm gonna start off the evening cooking the loaf, just because Alan is training tonight, so he's not back until like 8:15, 8:30ish, so that's around when I'll plan to have dinner done, so that when he gets home we can just eat dinner. That's kind of my thought for the evening. I'm gonna get into some comfier clothes, set the vibes, and we are gonna make some sort of loaf situation. This is kind of not aesthetic, but if you can see, there's a few of the light strips that have burnt out, and they don't make these types of light bulbs anymore. Like, I asked our building condo maintenance, and he was like, yeah, they actually discontinued those. So I have my very non-aesthetic but cozy lighting. I like stick on the one light bulb because there's also only one light underneath here that is on still. So lots of candles, lots of cozy lighting, and it's kind of mismatched, but I kind of love it. I've been debating whether or not I should get one of those little like rechargeable lamps for either in here or the shower, or like I've just been seeing them everywhere. They're so cute, and I love the idea of them, but we will see when the kitchen gets renovated. You guys are the first to hear it here, but the kitchen is getting renovated, and like kind of soon, so that's exciting. Stay tuned for more updates on that, but I'm so excited for that to be done, and then obviously all the lighting will be fixed, so that's why I'm kind of not worried about it right now. But candles are lit and the cozy vibes have started. The cozies are on. These little lounge pants. I have so many pairs of lounge pants. Okay, not so many, maybe like 4 or 5 pairs of like knit lounge pants, and I love them all, but they're all so thick, and like they're good for going out in the winter and like layering. But these I picked up from Ardennes this fall. They're super thin, but I love them. They're perfect for around the house when I want to wear a pair of lounge pants but not be in pajama pants. Yeah, they're perfect. The hair is going up. She means business. I think I have settled on doing a non-chocolate chip banana pumpkin spiced cinnamon loaf situation. I have been scrolling Pinterest looking for like the perfect recipe, and I think I found 2 that I might kind of combine that sound really good, that don't have a ton of sugar or like anything crazy in them. I have not really baked at all yet this fall, mostly because Alan has been on a cut because he has potentially a Muay Thai fight coming up in a couple of months. So there just hasn't been sweets, there hasn't been a ton of like carb heavy things in the house, but your girl is craving a good loaf to have around the house for like a snack, for breakfast, for all the things. So he is just gonna have to stay away. We might have to hide it from him. The loaf is in the oven, so I'm gonna start making dinner. It is like 7 o'clock. That took me like an hour. Honestly, I anticipated it taking that long. I'm just like slow when it comes to cooking and baking. But I'm making a autumn harvest bowl, so it's gonna be roast sweet potato and Brussels sprouts, probably some pecans and cranberries, and then I'm doing a honey Dijon chicken. I think it's gonna be really good. I haven't made a bowl like this in a really long time, and I don't know why. I used to be such a fan of just like bowl meals, and I have not really been a bowl meal gal in a while. So I was like, I want to lean into the fall flavors and scents, but also have just like a warm, cozy bowl that isn't soup or pasta. So that's what we're doing tonight. Everything for dinner is in the oven, and it's going to take at least another half an hour for most things. So that means it's time for me to go have an everything shower because Alan's still not going to be home for a little bit. Dinner's not going to be ready. I did, however, just take the loaf out of the oven. It turned out so beautifully. I'm just letting it like sit and cool right now because it's got to like sit for at least a while before I can put it in a container, but I'm also going to eat it like after dinner. So everything's in the oven. It is time to take all this makeup off, start fully unwinding, get in some jammies. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna do my full everything shower, my full hair care routine, and everything, and get really zen. I don't know what I'm saying. My full hair care routine, my full body care routine. It is an everything shower kind of night. Here we have the finished little harvest bowls. So we have our honey Dijon chicken, Brussels sprouts, sweet potato. I did some chopped apple as well as some cranberries and pecans on top. Honestly, I'm so excited to eat this. It looks delicious. So we have our little harvest bowls, and typically now we would sit down, eat dinner, watch a show. We've been rewatching Breaking Bad and then also slowly going through The Bear, but the Jays are actually in the World Series this year, and tonight's game 1, and we don't have cable TV. So we have it just streaming on Alan's laptop right now, so we're gonna watch that while we eat dinner. It's like, what, like halfway through the game? Yeah. Still a good fair bit to go. We're gonna watch that, eat, and on our little makeshift laptop TV situation for the night. I'm about to go get into bed and read, but I just made a little decaf pumpkin spice tea. For some reason, I couldn't find my ginger tea. I think I'm just all out, but a decaf pumpkin spice tea, seeing as it is still fall, called for the season. It is from the brand Stash. I've had actually this one for a few years. I only drink it in the fall time, so I go through it very slowly. I think I'm down to my last final few bags, but I just cut a slice of the pumpkin loaf as well, and I thought we would do a little taste test because this is the first time that I have cooked a loaf, I think probably ever, because I didn't have a loaf pan. So here we go. Okay, not bad. It's still really moist. I actually think I might have undercooked it slightly. Flavor's good. It's not too sweet. I kind of wish I put chocolate chips in it, but overall, not bad. Not bad. I am still reading Alchemized, which I feel like should not be a shocker, seeing as it is a 1,000-page plus book, and I am a very slow reader. I am 170 pages in, literally not very far at all, but enough to say that I am enjoying it. It is definitely the darkest book that I have ever read. I will put that out there, but at the same time, it has also been probably the most intricately and beautifully written book that I have ever read as well. Because it's a post-war dark fantasy and it involves alchemy and necromancy, it's a little bit morbid and it's very descriptive, and I definitely was not expecting that, even though everything that I've seen has said how dark it is. I just wasn't expecting it. But it has been a really interesting read so far, and I'm really enjoying it, and I have found it a little bit confusing at times, and I'm really trying to not read into the fact that it was a Hermione fanfic before being traditionally published and rewritten. I'm really trying to just see it as its own book and new characters and a whole new storyline and magic system. But I have gotten a little bit confused with the whole magic system at times. It definitely has a lot of moving pieces and is just a lot to keep in your mind of what is going on. But I have my book and I have my tea, so I will probably read for a little bit, 20 to 30 minutes-ish. My goal every night is always to try and read at least 10 pages. Now, that doesn't happen every single night. I don't always get time to sit down and read, but this is typically the time that if I am sitting down to read, I read, like literally right before going to sleep with the tea. I still will have to get up and like brush my teeth before like fully calling it a night and going to bed. But this is typically kind of like the wind down and end of my night routine. I'll like finish off my night with a good little like lip cream, lip balm, and a hand cream after I brush my teeth, turn all the lights off, and that's kind of it for the night. But yeah, I'm gonna tuck in and read for the next little bit. I'm gonna end off this little evening routine here. I just finished 2 chapters of Alchemized, and honestly they were very long chapters, so I'm gonna call it a night. But I hope you guys enjoyed this cozy little fall evening with me, and I tried to keep it like very realistic, very vlog style. I feel like I haven't done a like very chatty vlog style routine like this in a while, but I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.